Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good weekend. June 8th, Monday. We're going to review 0-day options today on SPY and a small count challenge. Yeah, Friday was quite a big sell-off day, 2.5% or something crazy. Here's the 30-minute chart. This is DG's. He is on Eric's Discord, which is SPY Day Trading on YouTube. You can find the Discord link in the description. There's Friday's sell-off. Resisted 5-day, blew through 20-day. Haven't quite hit the bottom Bollinger on the daily yet. Today was an inside bar. Not super surprising, I guess. IV's pumped. It's just going to build some liquidity and continue to move. We'll see what happens with the 5-day and 20 if it crosses over. If we do get a bottom Bollinger retest, that's kind of what I'm hoping for. There's also a little gap to fill right here, so maybe those will coincide. Yeah. So today, IV being higher, the range pretty good. I mean, the candle, there's some large candles in here. You gotta be kind of careful when the IV's high though, especially if it's a bit of a grind, which is what we had. I showed up late today. Sometimes that works in my favor. I think it was like 10, not too late, 10:30, 10:15. And this is what I started charting. I had this green for the precision selling. I got purple for the bearish controlled buying right here. Support, resistance. I don't know if I didn't have gold yet. I had gray though. Gray right here. And then I also got gold right here from this support, and then these resistances here. And this red came later. Well, not too much later. You can see right here, supports, these supports, and then it lined up perfectly once we hit up here in resistance. So that kind of saved me in a couple ways. And also set me up for a nice little trade. Yeah. Hi, IV. And since I've been in a bit of a drawdown right now, I don't have much buying power on this cash account. My Webull account, though, is margin, and I think I can trade as much as I want on there. There's no the PDT thing, like the 3 days, or when it would tell me how many trades I could trade, that's been gone for a couple days now, so I think I can trade as much as I want, even though it's only a $500 account, which is fine with me. I'm kind of using that as like a backup if I run out of buying power and there's a trade, which, yeah, we'll see. The fills on Webull aren't as good, but the platform is probably a lot better than E-Trades. I won't get into all that. Anyways, that's what I had. And on the 30-minute, it was a gap up, so there's a little gap down here. We had 20-day above us. We actually didn't do anything today, like hit any targets really. We didn't even fill the gap. Didn't hit 20-day. It was just a day of no success on either side. Didn't complete a cup. Here's kind of an inverse cup, but it's just a bit of a grind down. My first trade was a call at 10:46. Yep. So let's see. Yeah, right there on this candle. So I think by that point I did have gold. I don't know why that one's down there. Yeah, I gold up there. So it broke it here, but really that's the wick. Broke it up there, then made a nice little shoulder for this little inverse head and shoulder on the break again of gold. There was a lot of thought that went into that though before it happened. Broke the gray here. I actually retested it nicely here, but I'm not taking an entry there. Once I had gold, I didn't want to mess with it because we were just in this purple and gold wedge. So this was kind of a break on it, but not a clean break. And then when I made that nice little inverse head and shoulder, I had to take it. So took it here. Again, these candles, let's see, 743, 34. Yeah, not too bad. I mean, that's not quite a point, but the candles are a little bigger. Got it for $1.04 at 10:46, and sold it at 10:47 for $1.28. So about here on this candle. I was looking for high of day. This candle flashed up there really quick, so not a perfect exit, but a pretty nice exit right here on it. At that point, I did have a red up there, but I wasn't trying to hold for all that, given that it potentially just completed a cup and needs to make a handle. So, and it's just one contract. So yeah, I was happy about that one. It ended up grinding up, hitting that profit target perfect. I considered getting it on a retest, but it's just such a tight little structure, and yeah, I wanted the cup to actually fully complete too. I think that's what I was thinking. At this point, I was like, it's not really there. I figured it'd have a little spill over here, and then I'd try and get it on a retest of the gold later. So did all this, and then when it was up here, I was like, well, I could take a zombie, could take a retracement, a wedge trade, since I think there's the top of the wedge. Gave me some confidence that it was resisting my red line perfectly. So my next trade is a put at 11.15 right here. So thankfully I was very patient on this because I wasn't even really necessarily looking for this trade, and then it just started to kind of happen. I'm like, I guess I could take it. If I was looking for it, then I maybe would have taken it here way too early, or maybe even, I mean, here would have been fine, but since red is technically my stop until gold starts building liquidity, it's not that favorable. So once I saw it and was like, I should take a zombie, since this is clearly resistance, and I am looking for an inverse head here. The tricky thing is I never know how big the heads are going to be. If it's going to be this right here or something much larger. So I took it. I got to put right here. What did I say? 11.15. So on this candle, not a bad fill, honestly. I don't think, because it was starting to retrace a little bit, and then I was like, all right, I'll use gold for my stop. And I held it. It kind of grinded a bit, and then this was a nice candle, and I noticed it also is kind of retesting high of day, and since it is a zombie, and the range is pretty large today. Like the IV's high, I just decided to take some profit on it. So it was actually up a little bit. I kind of missed the nice exit there. Yeah, actually I got it on this candle. So I didn't want to have to hold through this. So just took a little green trade on it, since it did kind of retest high of day, and this, I thought this could have been the inverse head. So it was a green trade. Let's see, 11.15 to 11.19, 74 cents to 81 cents. Happy about that. And then it came down further, and it came up, and I'm like, it's retesting my possible entry here for puts. I was like, this is a little deeper. Maybe this was the inverse head. And of course could just kind of break this and grind up along red, but, and I was like, I shouldn't overtrade in the wedge. I shouldn't, I kind of talked myself out of it. I wanted to, because I was like, clear stops, clear entry, but I talked myself out. I'm like, don't overtrade the wedge. I remember telling myself that. And so yeah, I didn't. I literally had it queued up to get puts right here. Whew, should have been a nice one, but I'm happy I caught this one. I'm happy I saw it even, and it's fine that I didn't take it again, since I already tried it once. But yeah, this was probably the nicest trade on the day, honestly. Just this retracement, this wedge trade, which happens on a choppy day or a grind day. It's like mostly wedge trades that are going to be good, because you don't really have breakouts necessarily. So didn't take that one. It just kind of grinds down and goes and goes. I'm like, I wasn't trying to chase it, but I didn't like to see it. I did take a call at 12.37. So now I'm thinking inverse head here. Cup's closed. So I took, I didn't take it here. I thought about this bounce just after it broke this little liquidity right here. I'm like, I could grab it here. That could be my stop. But honestly, it had already broken my purple, which I consider getting puts there also, but I'm like, I'll just wait, because we're kind of in the middle of the wedge right there now that I had this red. So came up, what did I say? Yeah, I waited quite a while on that one. Came down, came up, came down. $12.37. Got a call. Okay, yeah, so this is another wedge trade. To me, this was the bottom of the wedge. So, cup, potential handle. This would be the inverse head of it. Oh wait, sorry, where is it? Right there. Yeah, I didn't have that lower one, of course, because these are on there, on that support. So it was on this candle somewhere in here. I took a call. and closed it out on the next candle. 35 cents to 32 cents. So not bad at all. I think because a little bit further out of the money. It was a 745. I was looking for a move up to the top of that red. So yeah, not a huge loss on that one because it was a little further out of the money, thankfully. 35 cents to 32 from here to here. And yeah, that was my thought process on that one. Once it broke there, I was like, should I get puts? And then something in me just said, no, there's not structure. I was trying to be more of a stickler on structure today. And I was like, maybe there's something lower I'm not seeing. Then later I was kind of remembering back, Eric usually draws his little microstructure on like either above it, right through the break, or even sometimes below it. And I've not really thought about that before, but I think that's what I need to be waiting on and what I maybe saw here. Because it broke there and I thought there might be a lower room, but I'm like, well, maybe it's just gonna make a structure here. So I didn't take the break on it, which I'm glad about. I don't think, or did I? No, maybe I did. Okay. I did. But that was my thought process right after I did. I'm like, wait. Yeah. No, that's right. That's right. I did. But the fact that it didn't work is what made me come to the conclusion that I just mentioned. Not only did I take it, I took bigger size. 1238. I bought 3. Wait a minute. Hold on. 1238. Oh yeah, sold the call, bought 3 at 1230, 2 at 1238, and 1 at 1241 on accident. So 2 here. It came up, broke above the red, and I tried to close it and I accidentally bought another one. And then I closed out of all of them at 1241. Yeah, on this candle. So unfortunately, the green trades, I just gave back all the profits and then some on that and the fat finger to go along with it. And I was like, oh man, should just wait for inverse cup to close. But on a grind day, like the breakouts don't always work, and so it did that, and then the whole thought process happened for me, and I was thinking I'll wait for cup to close, but then this structure, I'm pretty sure I took it. Yeah, this structure came about and I took it. Yep. So that kind of went into my head. I'm like, all right, well, it did break it. Maybe it's gonna make a little head and shoulder here. And sure enough, it did. And I took it on this candle. I think I actually waited for it to break fully below the red here. Yeah, it was like down here. Fully broken below. The range was tight though, because I was looking for low of day for a profit. Not crazy tight, but problem is where are my stops on here. I couldn't really go with green. I mean, it'd kind of be red. I guess I was pretty confident this was happening, just based on this little head and shoulders here and the fact that it already broke my first red. So volume had ticked up, which is all the good signs that you want. And if I had more buying power, this would have been the one to scale up on. How could I have caught the head on this? I really don't know. I mean, VWAP, but that's not a consistent one to use. Maybe there's some other charting in here that's resisting that I didn't have charted. I don't know. Yeah, maybe there was something like this going on today. I don't know. So yeah, couldn't really catch the head on that one, but as it grabbed that shoulder, or right here, I was ready for it. And 72 cents, it was a 740 put. I was looking for a low of day, but of course I wanted low of, or gap fill, and yesterday's low. But I wasn't greedy on it. I took profits, 72 cents to $1.14. I closed it on this green candle. I looked away. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna hold this thing for this gap fill. I'm just gonna hold it. And then it comes down, rings my bell. I'm like, I shouldn't. I should take profit. So that's why I was a little late on it. I didn't close it like on this candle. Close it here, which is fine. I probably would have closed it here. Probably all about the same price, really. Closed it, was a little bit green, but it completed the inverse cup. Closed it there, and now it's out of buying power. Yeah, I went by quick from this drawdown. I was keen and alert and watching closely. The only time I thought about taking a call was right here. just on the break of that gold, but kind of the same thing I thought about here. I'm like, well, there's not real structure here. Like, we haven't completed any of these cups and handles. Like, I don't know. I didn't like the structure, and so thankfully I didn't take calls there. Maybe there's a less aggressive algo up here also that I haven't charted, but didn't take calls there, which I was thankful about. I suppose it could have gotten puts for the top of the wedge, but yeah, I was at that point I was waiting for better setup. And then we come down here, and I have Webull pulled up, and I'm messing with Webull, and Webull actually has like some pretty cool stuff. This is just like the default layout for options. Then you've got turbo options. You've got all sorts of like crazy. I know other platforms have this too, but E-Trade doesn't have it. So I can put in like stop loss, take profit order, change the percentage, and then it's all just like one click. You can definitely give them your money very quickly, which they like. Choose them many contracts. I couldn't figure out how to get these prices changed though. Like I don't know, it goes all the way to the top, all the way to the bottom. I don't know what's going on with that. But anyways, I was messing with that, waiting for it to happen. I got called away like right here. I had to step away from my computer. Hard to know if I would have taken it. I feel like I might have. I don't know if I would have taken on this because there wasn't a great structure. This is very small structure, but it was broken, so I might have taken it here, honestly. Yeah, and I did alter this green selling, less aggressive for this time. And when I came back, it was like down here at low of day. And I was like, oh, I wasn't going to chase it. So left that alone. It actually didn't quite complete the gap. So I almost thought we'd have like a 10-minute move to fill the gap, but never happened. And thankfully I didn't do any more trades because they probably would have been red. After missing this, I was like, I was ready, but they didn't show up. Here are the trades. So only traded on E-Trade today. There they are. So I actually was pretty good until that one blunder, then with a fat finger, which gave back quite a bit of profit. Actually turned my green day into red day. And then I flipped it back green. So right in here. Yeah, I accidentally bought that one again. Small green day. There it is. 28. I'll take it. It's a Monday. Mondays are notoriously pretty bad for me. And it's a grind day, so happy about it. Let me know what you think in the comments. How can I improve? Sub up, like up, comment down, have my 6th round. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out.